poor connection. Live. Jeg setter den opp der, kanskje? Eller noe sånt.
Nå vi live. Now we are live.
This has paused due to poor connection. Now it's good. And we're live on YouTube. We're live on Instagram.
Facebook.
Live on Facebook. And then...
We are live everywhere.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. Let's see.
Hey Sindre. Oh, hey Roger.
Hey Sindre, what's up? Hey Roger.
We have your questions, Sindre. We will...
Anders, what's up? Hva skjer der ute?
And...
Good times.
Ah, Andreas. Du vet min kusin.
Ah, hello.
Hello. Okay. Why do you do that?
Yeah.
So what we're here to do today is answer some questions about our current lifestyle situation, van thing. So if you have questions, just write them to us and we'll answer as many as we have time for. But we do have some questions already that we would like to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought I was online to find those questions, but well, one question we got on YouTube from... Sorry, it takes a little bit time to just get the technical aspects up and running here. Let's see if I can find this. There we go. What is your mic setup? We're looking for a good mic for our channel. We're preparing for Vanlife. I have
the small things. What are they called?
Let's see if we can find them.
Är det med den svarta kameraväskan?
Nej.
So we use different microphones for different cameras, basically. But we do have one that we use most often when we're doing more like, how do you say it? When we actually want to make a video more than just a vlog or something. We actually want to create like the 1 hour one we did with all the questions. We used these ones.
Yeah. So these are the Rode Filmmaker kit. We have 2 sets of these, and they're super nice. They're like $400, maybe $600 probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then we actually connect them both to a mini jack splitter, and I didn't know if that was going to work, but it did. And the sound in the last long video we made in the car on YouTube was pretty good video. It was good.
And the brand is
pretty good sound. I mean,
yeah,
the Rode Filmmaker kit. I actually bought one, but I had bought one earlier that I didn't remember, so I got 2 in the mail, and that was perfect because now we have 2, and the sound quality works good. And then there's another question. Yeah, so that was from Jonah and Co. If you guys are prepping up for Vanlife, so that's awesome. I'd love to connect with you guys. Sippidi Dua is writing, I like the thought of freedom, but do you want children? Will you raise them in the van also? We're not... Personally, I'm not ready for children. I am an uncle to 5, and I really enjoy that. And I feel like I wanna be like a few more steps of financially stable search for my life and how I want to live it. And this is obviously a huge step in the right direction. And I see a lot of people raising kids in vans or camper vans or RVs and stuff, and they're doing homeschooling. And I personally believe that the school of life is way more valuable than general school. I'm not pissing on. Well, actually, I am a little bit hating on schools because I there's a fine line there, but I do believe it's good in one sense, and in another way, it's just a place to have kids when the parents are, you know, contributing to yeah, I'm kind of like, I believe in freedom. I believe in being street smart and in school of life. So I could see myself raise kids on the road. I was 10 when I first went to Africa with my mom, and then I was 15 when we drove a 9-month road trip, like living in a car. And my school said yes to me. I'm so happy. Like, I learned more that year than I did on the entire 3 years of high school. So that's my thoughts on the topic.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. Right now, I don't want to have children because I want to know more. Like, my childhood was awesome because I had a security and my parents contributed with, they had money. I don't want my kid to feel like they're lacking something because I want something for myself. If I have kids, I want to be able to give them everything. Not all the toys and all the cool stuff, but I want to give them everything. If I haven't found myself completely before I have children, I think that can be hard. And I don't want to have kids to complete myself.
Right.
I think that can be yeah, I just don't want that for my kids. But if I do live in a van when I feel like now I have what I need to be able to give my kids everything I want, and I live in a van, then sure, I might consider that. But I also understand we live in a society where school is important, and I want my kids to never feel left out because I did school, you know. So we'll see. But right now, I don't know when I want to have kids, and I don't know what situation I will be in. But if I'm in the van life still, I have to consider it then and look at the pros and cons, because there are two sides of every coin, you know.
Right. There's that, exactly. And like, if you raise, I feel if we're raised really safe and secure, that's very important, I think. But it can also be limiting. Like, pushing our comfort zones is so important. And you know, when you travel, you see different cultures, you see different perspectives, you see how people are living completely different from you, and then you kind of forced to adapt to other Asian wise and even hey guys.
Christina,
thank you.
That's awesome.
Looking so fresh. I'm in the hippie forest in Spain, so have crap connection.
They
so I
can see
think
the
I'll
shadow,
catch.
I think.
Okay, catch a replay. Not everyone. Replay instead. Looking forward though, since the Vanlife dream lately in love and heaven. This kind of awesome. Wow, thanks.
Yeah. We even if I don't know how this works, like in the technical parts, but we'll post this live video afterwards.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Definitely. Okay, so
there are people coming in. Cool. Okay.
There are a question from Sindre. What were the biggest challenges of moving into a car and starting a completely different and new lifestyle?
I think, can I start? For me, I don't know if it was the biggest challenge. There were several challenges, but one of the main ones, I guess, is not freaking out and not chicken out and not listen to all of the. It wasn't many, but there were a few. How do you say it? There were a few arguments against doing this in my own head. So there were thoughts like, "Oh, maybe you should wait. You're not ready yet. You don't have enough money." Was a big one. You don't know anything about cars. You don't have a driver's license. You know, all of these reasons to why I shouldn't do it. If I would have listened to them and followed them, then we wouldn't be here today.
Right.
So I think that was kind of the biggest challenge for me, to just believe in the gut feeling instead of thoughts. That's important, not only when you're doing something new and starting a new chapter, but all the time.
Right.
I think to realize that your brain tries to protect you, but it tries to protect you so much that sometimes it holds you back. So I think you should be aware. For me, I needed to be aware of the thoughts that were actually legit, you know. And how can I judge? I don't know. You learn, I guess. But yeah. So don't listen to all of the arguments to why I shouldn't do it. I think was a big one for me.
I think that's yeah, me too. Like believing in yourself, basically. Believing that what you want is true and real for you, and that you don't have to listen to other people. It's so easy. Like even my brain, sometimes I think that I'm the one having the ideas, but really it's just other people's ideas. And so quieting down, finding that place inside of you that's really you, I think was the biggest challenge. Because when that came in place, or kind of when you wake up to that and when you see that, you know, the logistics and the details, that's just doing stuff. We're always doing stuff, whether or not we're on purpose or not. So yeah. Maman Basin, what made you guys do this, and do you believe and practice minimalism? Yeah, great question.
Why we are doing this is, I guess, minimalism is a part of that, to get rid of. We talked about this in the video a little bit, the video we made up like for this live stream, and it's about how when you have a lot of things around you, including items and responsibilities and, you know, jobs and bosses and people and everything, it gets stuck in our head. Like we think that we don't get affected by media, for example, or our phone or the TV, or, you know, the kitchen with all the stuff in, or our clothes, but we do get attached to those things, which clogs up our mind sometimes. So getting rid of a lot of stuff was
huge,
and also why we wanted to do this, I guess, just to don't have that kind of feeling that we needed to please all of these other things about ourselves.
And, you know, it's a small living space, but in reality we're always outside. So it's a bigger living space. It's a completely different world. Personally, when I'm frustrated and I'm at home and it's not and the clutter, if there's cluttered at home, it just reinforces the chaos that's in my head. So if I have to spend 2.5 hours cleaning at home for it to be clean, it's just feels like a huge burden. So just having little stuff is it just feels better having the stuff that we need and not having tons of stuff we don't need. The things you own end up owning you, I guess.
Yep. So another question from Sindre.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sindre's. There we go. How much did you spend on a project? We will make a video with a detailed expenses and budgeting with all of that. But the car was $3,000, or $3,200. Car insurance is $1,500. No, yes, $1,500 a year. And then I've been kind of a digital nomad online entrepreneur, both of us, for a long time. But so while I had the 9-to-5 job the last couple of years, I was kind of always having that exit strategy in my head. So I was investing in the Mac and microphone, etc. GoPros, the drone, all of that throughout, especially the last year. So But just to give a rough estimate, I'm thinking that maybe around $7,000-8,000.
And we were able to sell a lot of stuff as well.
Yeah.
But around that.
And
number,
maybe, and that's a rough estimate. It might be even less. And if that sounds like a lot, you can do it. Like you can also do this lifestyle even cheaper. And if you decide and then spend a year, for example, or 6 months, depends on how much you want it. That's the simplest truth right there. Depends on how much you want it.
Yep.
Cool.
Should we do one in between? How 3G network? How do you keep the van running, so to speak? Also, what are the costs and expenses? Yeah, so like we said, it's a bit difficult to say right now how much the expenses will be on an average, because we haven't done this for too long, and we have also lived a lot with friends and stuff. But we do earn both fiat and invested in crypto.
We haven't, yeah. So,
fiat being regular money, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah. So Tess is doing she just did a job interview for a off the grid online social media promotion type job. There are tons of like freelance options out there. I do lifestyle and life coaching. So if there's anyone who wants to get rid of their overthinking and wants to set goals, reach their goals in life, feel free to reach out to me. And then, invested in crypto. I also rent out on Airbnb. So that's an income source. And then we're planning on making information products and spend the time that we now have, that we didn't have, to learn about online income. And there's so many ways to do it. And there's so many ways to do this lifestyle without having to pay anything. Like there's workaway.com, there's woofing.com, you can pet sit for people who are on vacation. And when you're so flexible with your time and space, location wise, and thanks to social media and internet, there's so many opportunities. Like we've literally been invited to at least 20 different places the last month, just from sharing this beginning of this new journey. So it's just awesome. We're super grateful, and I guess opportunities shows up all the time. I don't know if that answered the question, because was it here? He also asked, how do you keep the van running, so to speak? So so that's our, and then we have some saved up. So it's a combination of all that. And we also have another online type gig. You had the 9-to-5 job you had. You still are under sort of a contract type agreement there, where you have the possibility to make money through them as well. So it's a very diverse type of
it's very like now we can choose if we want to. I make websites for people as well, and right now I might be doing one because I want to. So I can always reach out to people and do that, and use my skills and my passions to help others. Because what I realized in the last couple of years is that I have skills that someone else might not have and might want help with, and to use your passions and your skills, not only to make money, but also just because you want to do it, right? You can be creative around that, and we don't need a lot of money to get around. That's the cool part.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of different possibilities, which is awesome.
Yeah, and it's like it's very, very cool to see how many opportunities shows up when we're just following. Life is a feeling process, and we're following the flow and going for our dream, it seems that the opportunities, and especially in terms, opportunity shows up, and that relates to financial opportunities as well. Also, what are the costs? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Let's see. La oss ta en till som vi lovte. What is the best thing so far, and what is the worst so far about living in a van?
Oh, can I tell a story, and you guys probably will get the picture. So this morning, we woke up at this beautiful lake or by the sea in outside of Oslo in Norway, and we wake up and I go outside and there's the sun and we have our little yawning. No, what's it called again?
Awning. Yeah, like a sunscreen.
Yeah, so we have actually like an outdoor room where we can
we put it up yesterday. Yep.
And I made my coffee and we went for a walk on the fields and in the forest, and then we went back and I was tanning a little bit and you were cooking in the car, and then we went down for a swim. You had a swim, and then we just in the car, and in 15 minutes we were on the road again. And we could go anywhere we want. And we've been saying, I don't know how many times a day, we've been saying like, oh, we can go anywhere. We can go anywhere.
Morning. Yeah. It was the most beautiful morning. Yeah. I remember looking at videos and being so inspired by people living in their vans because of the videos. They show the simple life of just living in nature and being outside and meeting people or not meeting people if you want to have your private place, and being off the grid naked, you know what I mean? Like just the ability to wake up, and this is literally what we did today. Wake up, roll out of bed and roll into the ocean. You know what I mean? Like you're outside, you're getting the sun, you're getting minerals. It's just ridiculously beautiful just being out there. It's so easy when you haven't, like I've had my apartment for like 10 years soon, I think, and it's a basement apartment, and I don't know, for some reason it takes effort to too comfortable there. It's easy to get kind of, what do I mean, like depressed or like introverted, and it feels like a drag to go out and meet people. You have to go through all of these hurdles, push your comfort zone. When we're out in the van, it's just a different experience. I love it.
Yeah, me too. And also one thing for me that has been really nice, like it comforts me so much, is to know I have everything I need right here. Yeah. Like I don't know if that's a woman thing or something, but it's just too, yeah. Oh, we have everything from the kitchen here, we have our office here, and we have like our digital gadget thing here, and then we have the food here. Like everything is here, so we don't ever have to worry about it's just so much thinking in general that I don't have anymore.
Yeah,
like I don't have unnecessary thinking about unnecessary things anymore.
Right.
That is
so
I don't know how to explain it good in words. It's just so
awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
So those are some of the best things, and some of the worst things, I guess, is
mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, yeah.
Maybe not having a toilet all the time.
Not really bothered.
No. The worst.
I mean, sometimes it could be nice to pamper ourselves, but if we feel like it, we do. That's possible too.
So if I'm gonna have to try and find the worst,
maybe like not being thus far, we haven't got the solar panels and the gas for the stove and etc. to work perfectly. So we're still like have a couple weeks, maybe a month with the logistics. I'm going, it's on to get all that set up. So it's been sometimes a hassle to have everything charged up and to have the router on point and all that, but I think that will be good in a couple of weeks.
And we haven't done this for too long, so I can imagine maybe that we are up on each other all the time
Right.
could be a thing in the future, maybe. But we also had the opportunity. I can go outside the car now and go for a walk for 2 hours, or meet someone, or sit in a cafe by myself. You know, it's so.
Yeah, we have to
It's
learn
so
to. It's really a relationship thing. We have to learn to give each other privacy, because we're always together. So that might be a challenge. Thus
But
far,
right
it's
now,
not.
it's been
Also.
awesome.
All right.
Should we do one of these?
What has surprised you most? Yeah. Okay. What has surprised you most?
That I think that I am enjoying it so much, and there are so few things that I worry about, and there are so few things that I. Of course, I worry about stuff, but not the same amount as before. I still worry about how I'm gonna keep my workouts done every week because I don't have a gym. But you know, they're silly worries, if you know what I mean. They're really silly worries.
Right.
That has surprised me that I'm not more. Yeah, it surprised me how fast I got used to it. I guess I thought I needed to have like, oh, I need to shower at least every other day, like in a proper shower. I need to do all of these things. I'm just gonna have to figure that out. But it turns out I didn't need that.
No.
And
yeah, it's amazing. It went really fast. Going from a lifestyle where I was living in I wore a blazer to work every single day, a nice button-up shirt, like clean shoes, and like really good style. And I felt like I had to do that kind of in my job. It was a personal thing as well, but I don't know. I like that too. But the transition to being in this lifestyle and not caring that much if my shirt is clean or not, it went really fast. I thought it was going to take some time, but I don't care. Like, who cares?
I'm also surprised. Yeah, I agree.
The haircut,
but
yes.
But I also, I'm sorry, but I'm also surprised how this community is so supportive.
Yeah.
And how people are
huge.
So interested in what we're doing, and they're asking us, and they're cheering for us. And that's cool, because sometimes we might not know if we're doing the right thing, you know. So it's always cool to have that comfort of support.
Like opening a door to a whole Narnia. It's a new world. It's a really how did you two meet? We met in Cyprus, Ayia Napa, 8 years ago.
Yep.
She was 16. I was 21, maybe.
23.
23, maybe.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm 6 years older
than me,
so 22.
Yeah.
And I was doing a vacation dating boot camp, and Tess was you were my neighbor at the hotel, and can you guys help me fix the door? I was like, yes.
And then that's it, and we said our names, and it was like cool, and then we partied together that week, and we didn't really ever went through like, should we be friends or should we not, or we just get to know each other where we were at the time, but we kept that going until now. We've always kind of accepted that we are sometimes on different parts in life, but sometimes we're really synchronized.
Right.
Like right now we're really synchronized.
Yeah.
But we've been going on like other sides of the world, and then we met again, and you know.
Throughout those 8 years.
Yeah.
You've been in Australia, I've been in the US, I've been in Norway,
Sweden.
you've been in India, Sweden. Been flirting when we hung out. And I think still we are in an open relationship, and it's amazing. I love the way that we are together.
Yeah. And we've always had something that I haven't had with anyone else.
Yeah,
no, but it's true. Like from the beginning, before we even, like, you had a girlfriend when we met, and I was 16. I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
But ever since that time, we've always kind of felt like we are on the same page when it comes to a lot of our values and beliefs.
Yep.
And I think that has helped. We both were into like the self-development
growth. And Knut is watching. I did with Knut a huge conference about dating and personal relationship, now personal growth, and was there with her girlfriends, and then she did a Grow and Glow conference for women in Sweden, and then you did a festival there, and we've always been like creating events and being interested in personal growth. So it's just natural. But
it's true, 3D network.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever get homesick or miss having a home base? I haven't been homesick since I left my home when I was 19. I actually haven't.
I mean, I have been homesick when I was a couple of years ago. I was really had a really bad time in my life, and I kind of hit the rock bottom, and then I had to go home to my family and my roots to find grounding and find myself again. But other than that, I've been traveling my entire life. I've been to 40 countries, and I've never been homesick in that way. I look at myself as a world citizen, and I can find home anywhere. I feel at home here and now with you guys and with you.
So that's kind of the second part of the question. If we miss having a home base, to me, it's the same thing. I have several bases where I call home. And when I do miss Stockholm and my family, I just go home.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I think believing that you can feel at home, because it's a feeling.
It's a feeling.
Feeling at home is a feeling. It's not about being in that house, actually, or being with those people. It seems like it a lot, and I do. Of course, I feel at home with my family. It's not that, but it's also a realization that we can feel that feeling anywhere.
It's inside, yeah. And that being said, like, this car feels like home to me now. That's cool. That's beautiful. Thank you. Awesome.
Cool.
There's some questions. Okay. Not okay. I'm trying. We're like doing.
Yeah, that's that. Vad är alla kan se? So I think you're an inspiration. Thank you, Christian. You too.
I like streaming on all these different devices.
Yeah. If anyone has a cool, good app where you can stream from several sources to several networks at the same time, let us know. We need that.
How do you get rid of fear and procrastination and stop being lost and stuck in life and find clarity for your life's purpose?
Damn.
Can I go?
Sure.
Mama Basin, it's an awesome question, and I think you have the answer in you, bottom line, but I also think that you should definitely check out the 3 Principles community. I would also check out sound verbal behavior and non-verbal behavior.
Mortenhake.com.
Mortenhake.com. Realizing there's no greener grass on the other side. You are already good. Like, the thoughts that you have, like, there's so much to get contaminated by habitual thinking. We, just like you said earlier about your brain is so trying to protect you all the time. It can come in the way of that silent violin that's behind all of the noise, kind of guiding you towards yourself, I guess, and your vision and your way. You know, there's a meme that's like, do you know the way? Like, there's no way other than what you and your heart desire. So getting like rid of fear and procrastination. Like fear is just a thought. You know, you're both creating and experiencing thought in the moment. So it's always getting back to the moment when and becoming more conscious of your own experience here and now. You know, and then there's like general like life hacks or tips that, you know, fail fast. As soon as you have the ability to fail, just try, jump in the water and fail fast, and then you gain experience, and then you build confidence on experience. I think that's underrated, just testing stuff. You know, we think too much, we head, and especially with so much fear propaganda and news are, you know, there's so much in this, what do you call it, postmodern world that's has us focus a lot on and your essence and your being, you know, that life force in you that had you try to stand up and walk when you were a kid, that's still in you. But when you're constantly trying to figure out how to get rid of procrastination, that's the only thing that stands in the way of you actually acting. So there's no magic bullet way of getting over procrastination. That's just action. But realizing that the only thing standing in the way of taking action is the idea that there's something in the way, that will help you just be zen out and chill and act and be present and kind of let it's already there unfold.
Yeah, and I to me it was really helpful to see that I didn't need to listen to procrastination thoughts, let's call it that, or insecurities. I feel insecure every day, I guess, like, you know. But just realizing that it's just me feeling that insecure feeling without, that's it. I'm just feeling that right now, but underneath, it's like you say, we're all good, we're all perfect, we are all capable of doing things now and not being lost and stuck. We are not lost and we are never stuck. But we think that sometimes. But just realizing that it's just, I really believe that I was stuck there for a while.
Right.
That thing in itself helps. But then you can also, like, I had this mantra that my teacher told me once, like, if you can do it today, no, don't do things tomorrow that you can do today.
Right.
Which doesn't mean that you should always be doing something and be super proactive and never chill. But it just means that if you can do it today and you have the time and you want to get it done, don't do it tomorrow. Like,
right.
You know, so there are two, like, the deeper actual how the human brain works. If you maybe start being interested in that and searching towards that more and more, I think you will find answers for yourself that are going to be revolutionary.
Yeah, since I've been doing this, especially the last couple of months, I've learned so much. And I've had for the last 3 to 3 years, there's been thought patterns in my head that's gone around and around and around and around. And because sometimes, maybe, for example, let's say jealousy. I'm envying someone who is more successful than me or whatever. And then I feel bad, and I think that feeling means a lot. So I hold on to that feeling, and then that thought and feeling become a pattern after a while. And then you start identifying with it, and it becomes part of your personality without you realizing that it was just a thought. It was just... it was nothing. It's nothing important, even though it might feel intense. So we just have experiences that's flowing through us, and sometimes we hold on to them, and sometimes we're just in it and letting it flow through us. So when I've been taking a lot of action lately and changing my lifestyle and changing environment and pushing my fears and my comfort zones, and like having to learn a lot about solar panels and car engines and relationships and, you know, equipment, etc., I don't have time to think about that old thought patterns anymore. So all of a sudden, that's not part of my reality anymore. It's not prioritized in my head. So I'm not overthinking and worrying and being stuck anymore.
Yeah. Keep searching for the truth.
Yeah.
No, but it's kind of true.
Yeah. Follow your heart.
Follow your heart. Just
Awesome.
chill. Just fucking chill. Just chill out. Don't worry about it. Just fail. Poop. Seriously though. Jesus.
So true. Yesterday, here's a story. Yesterday was a beautiful day. What was the beginning of the day? We started with getting the awning up. The solar, not the solar, but the sunscreen, the awning, boom, it's up. And after that, we went on a boat with our friend Tore, and we were just chilling in the boat out in the water. And then we fell asleep on a beach somewhere on an island outside of Sandefjord. And then we went back, and then we had the idea, how about we just go to Stavern Festival, which is a festival, is half an hour from here, and let's just go there. And we didn't have tickets, but we just like walked right in there and watched Post Malone and Lars Vaular, and we had a blast. Why did I start telling? And it ended up being this. Yeah, we just apparently yesterday was awesome. You know, we just flowing with life, and it ended up being an awesome day. And then after that, we found some carrots in nature, so we picked some carrots and we ate that for breakfast this morning. What did you say I should check out? Check out my homepage, mortenhake.com.
And the 3P, just
search for 3 principles. Read the book Clarity. Read the book Inside Out Revolution. You know, there's a whole community. Search for Sydney Banks. They're all pointing towards this understanding that we kind of pointed towards the last 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, so we went on the way back from this festival. It was in probably middle of the night by then. It was dark outside, and we just drove through these fields with carrots.
Yeah.
And we're just like, should we just stop and get some carrots? So it was kind of like, I felt like I was 10 years old and stealing apples from my neighbor. But it was
something you would never do if you just like at home or at work all the time.
And you wouldn't do it if you overthink that that's wrong, or maybe that says something about who I am as a person. It's just, I'm not saying that you should all steal stuff or do bad things, but just getting some carrots from the side of the road was super fun.
Yeah.
And it was just,
and then
we had a blast doing that.
It was so much fun. We're gonna put we obviously filmed some of it. We're gonna put a video out, and then we made breakfast from those carrots this morning, and they taste bellissimo, delicious.
And we got some onions and
Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. That's a great book. That's a great book. And Screw It, Let's Do It by Richard Branson. That's also another one.
Screw It, Let's Do It.
Screw It, Let's Do It.
That's a nice...
This is awesome, guys. We love you. Christian Fabrizio. Check out Christian Fabrizio. Shout out. Yeah.
His music is
on point. On point. And hopefully we'll start making some music.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna post some links and stuff to the things that we have been talking about, and also to our own channels in this video, so that you all can. If there was anything that you want to pick up on from this live stream, you can just reach out.
Thank you.
You guys should try DLive to get
Paid in Steam, obviously.
Oh,
Yeah.
See,
The homie.
Let's go back to one thing here, because I think a lot of people are wondering how we can
people get
cryptocurrency to not only technology.
Knut, if you're still watching this, get on it ASAP.
Technology don't even need money.
Right.
The concept of money that we have, we don't need that. That's a whole different live stream, but it's cool that you're mentioning Steam, because Steam is a platform where you can share content that you like and that are valuable to others, and others can pay you straight away with value, but in the form of cryptocurrency. So just that in itself is a cool, like YouTube does that.
Kai, what's
but it
up?
doesn't really do that.
Long time. Good times. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. So there's a revolution happening when it comes to the money system. Yeah. So that's interesting. That's really, really interesting.
Yeah, and for those of you who have just been scraping the top of the iceberg when it comes to Bitcoin in the media, and you're reading the news and like think that no, fuck that shit, please do real research when it comes to cryptocurrency.
It's worth an hour or 5 of your time. It really is worth it.
Spend the day, please. Spend the day.
Yeah.
It's an amazing way of that can solve so many problems in this world. That's based on cooperation, and it's actually better than trust, but it's hard to explain just like this. So
just look up on it.
It just works. Good.
Any more questions? You can just write them down.
Your engagement today. It's been good. That was fun. Really fun. And Luke, shout out to Luke. What's up, Luke?
If there's anything that you would like us to talk more about, or share, or make a video, or write a post on, or call you and talk about, just
hi, turkeys. Turkeys have knees? Question mark. Pat is asking if turkeys have knees. That's a great question. Yes.
Okay, wait. I haven't seen the YouTube ones.
Surfing is my thing. It's so cool. Is asking, can you guys react to a quick video? I got a request. I don't know if I understand what you mean. Surfing is my thing. It's so cool.
Can you guys react to a quick video? I don't know if you can do that.
Wait. Oh, sorry.
I don't know if you can do that in the live stream, but if you have a request, either write it down or send us a video on social media afterwards, and we will answer it, of course.
You gotcha.
Yeah.
Sindre is asking, what sites, etc., do you reckon for learning about benefits of crypto? You, Sindre, should go to Navid and talk to him, and I would guess you should read the Bitcoin white paper, and you should go to the Anarcho-Pulco festival in Mexico in February, and you should talk to Navid and maybe Cointelegraph. My friend Greg Sandler has started writing for a crypto news. Oh, BitSpace and Bitcoin.com. Bitcoin.com has a really good like what is cryptocurrency page. Okay, you can start there. It's a really good starting point. Yeah. But yeah, BitSpace. The guys are in Oslo and they're doing great. And you just reach out to Manuel or Ola, you know, and I'll hook you up, and just come with an empty cup, you know, be dumb, ask all of the dumb questions. Yeah. And 3G Network says follow Ken Bosak on YouTube. YouTube is great. KENN. YouTube is great because it's not controlled by other news and media. So YouTube, you find good stuff as well. Steemit, check out Steemit. You will get an idea of how it plays out in reality. Yeah. Dplay. Steemit.com, Dplay. Yeah. There's popping up companies and projects all over, and that's in the crypto space. And just because there's nothing in the news lately doesn't mean that it's not a lot of activity it's really, really exciting, and it is shaping the future.
Check out Morten's YouTube channel. He has a video from the Acapulco event from last year.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Recommendation. I also have a video on my YouTube channel where I talk about crypto. It was at a very, very early stage, so it might not be very informative, but it kind of shows my feelings around it a little bit. ccn.com is another recommendation. Jack Tatar. Read crypto. Oh, and I recommend Ready Set Crypto. It's a YouTube channel called Ready Set Crypto. They have a really good, like, chill vibe if you like to learn, not in a stressed, fast pace, short attention span way, but in a more like slow pace, comfortable, more grounded, I guess. It's called Ready Set Crypto. Okay.
And Chris Coney has
Chris Coney, yeah.
He has a YouTube channel as well, and he's really cool because he talks about crypto not in a very technical way, but more in a philosophical way.
Yeah.
Like the idea and the bigger picture and the values behind crypto, which is the cool part.
If you go to my Steam, it's like steamit.com, Gumhauni, Morten Hake, see what you find. It's a really good podcast interview with me, Navid, and him, but I haven't really promoted it a lot because I was busy preparing for Vanlife at the time.
Cool.
Read the interview. Okay, and there's also a documentary.
Become friends with number 3. G network with a zero.
With a zero.
He knows a lot.
Network with a zero. Yeah. Instead of an O. Oh yeah. Yes. Tess. You're the best. This was a test.
Where are you guys? We're in Norway right now.
We're in Norway right now. I'm going to. We're probably driving. We're gonna stay here until probably around beginning of September, maybe, and then we're gonna drive down.
And if you want to invite us, you can invite us.
Yeah, anywhere in Europe. And we're gonna hang out in Spain with a friend couple, Navid and Vilde, and we're going to Algarve coast in Portugal. We might go to north of Portugal. We might go to Italy.
Croatia has been on the map lately.
Probably
Viva la
Holland,
France.
maybe England. Yeah, France, Germany. I thought about Ukraine. You know, there's Poland. There's
cool.
Tons of cool places.
Congratulations, France.
Yeah.
World Cup.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Always welcome to Netherlands. Okay, awesome. Reach out to us. We're online. You know. Thank you, guys.
If you can see this, you probably know how to connect with us.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Holla.
Thank you. Let's see if we can. Done?
Yeah.
Hey! Hej, yo, Tess!
Morten.
Det var kämpegrej!
Ja, det är vi mer av.
Ja,
men du var aldrig på Facebook?
Nej. Jag brukte inte spørsmål istället.
Fucking badass boss. Men jag tänker man kan kanske vara... Jag ska share.
Live videos ended, 30 viewers. Share view the next 24 hours.
Yes.
Share. Introducing your stories archive. Your stories will now be kept in your archive so that you don't have to save them on your phone. Only you will be able to see them there after they've disappeared from your story. Okay.
Okej. Och jag måste verkligen kissa.